G'day. Today I want to compare the AND4 from the control kit to the AndOr from the ARothar FG kit. I know there's an AND2, we saw it in the kit before. I just want to compare it with the AND4 as it's more of a comparison. It highlights some of the issues that we face with the AND block. So with an AND block, by default it comes out with all input slots as false. There's 4. If you want it to work, you have to link up all 4 of them. If you choose to set one as true without linking it, this will work perfectly fine until the station restarts. Once the station restarts, let's see what happens. It reverts to false and the block stops working. You have to link all 4 of these input slots. On the ARothar block, if we just link one of the slots, it starts working. You don't need to link them all. Our ARothar block has 10 inputs, not 4. If the input is null, it will be ignored. So just put this into input 2. Just like the AND4 block, if we set an input, in this case input 3 to true, for comparison let's reset input 4 to true as well. So again, there's an AND block, it's still functioning. Let's save the app, restart the controller, wait our 5 seconds. The AND4 has stopped working because input 4 has reverted to false. We expand out our ARothar AndOr block, and 3 has remained true and the block continues to function. If we delink all of the links from both blocks, the linked blocks in the ARothar, the linked slots in the ARothar block revert to null. The linked slots inside the AND4 revert to false. The AND4 output is false. The AndOr ARothar block output is true because our fixed value of true at input 3 has remained true. So if we wanted to clear that, if there was many of them that are set to true or false, we can right click, Actions, set to OR, and that will flush all of the inputs. We can then set it back to AND again. In this block we have not provided the option to default the inputs or to leave the inputs as they are. In this block we decided that changing to an AND, from an AND to an or an OR to an AND would result in defaulting any of the fixed values, because we didn't want a fixed value of false or true to hold an OR or an AND in a particular state. Once you have a fixed value, they need to be treated very carefully in this kind of block. So we default them on a change either way. We display the mode so you can easily see whether the block is an AND block or an OR block. We also offer the feature of changing the true value. Currently our output is false because all of our inputs are null. If we wanted to make our output true, we could change our false value to true. If we wanted to make it null, we could make it null. Offer some good versatility in how you want to use this block. If you wanted to invert an AND or an OR, you could easily do that within the block without having to put an not block outside of it. We've also added a feature here called Use Steady State Delay. The ARothar kit comes with an inherent 15-second delay on controller start. This provides enough time to establish communications with Modbus, BACnet or TCOM devices to get critical data before we start making decisions on states of systems. So to show a comparison, copy this block over, expand him out, bump our TikTok into input 1 for both. Let's set this steady state to true. Save and restart the controller. You can see this one where the steady state is false is already processing. This one isn't processing yet because it's not at steady state. Once we achieve steady state, it will start processing again normally. So the AddSub is the addition subtraction block in the ARothar kit. It works in a similar way. We have 10 inputs. We have the steady state delay. If you offer a fixed value in here of say 20, when you go from a subtraction to an addition, that fixed value isn't changed. If you'd like to reset all of the fixed values in here, you have the option to your actions, default ins. That defaults all the inputs that are of a fixed value and starts reading only linked values. We also have a multiplication division block. Operates the same way. He only has 6 inputs. Again, delinking the same as the AndOr results in a null. You can right click, change him to divide, or you can default his inputs as you need. 3 blocks, ultimately 6 blocks, saving space in your kit, saving space on your page, offering improved functionality, and maintaining reliable results. Thank you.